Once upon a time, nestled in the rich and vibrant lands of Nigeria, where the Igbo people reside, there was a tale told and retold for generations. It's a story that elegantly weaves together themes of greed, humility, and the deep truths about the consequences our actions bring. In a lush forest, the birds of the air were abuzz with excitement. News of a grand feast prepared by the gods in the sky had sent ripples of joy and anticipation through the flocks. Imagine, all the best foods and treats one could ever dream of, available up there, ready to be savored. Despite not being invited to such celestial festivities, Tortoise harbored a hidden desire to be part of this extraordinary event. He watched enviously as the birds readied themselves for the flight. Yet, an idea struck him, and in that moment, Tortoise decided he had to be at that feast. Tortoise approached the loudest of the birds with a sincere look, claiming to be a changed creature. He portrayed himself as a humble soul, eager to join the birds and share in their joy. Craving adventure and lulled by Tortoise's charm, the birds agreed to let him come along. But how would Tortoise fly with them? Well, he had a plan. He convinced each bird to lend him a feather. Feathers in different shapes and hues stitched together, each one making up a colorful patchwork wing for Tortoise. When the day finally came, the sky was adorned with a dazzling array of wings as the birds embarked on their remarkable journey. And there, despite the odds, was Tortoise, flapping his newly fashioned wings, each borrowed feather flitting in the air, glistening as they climbed higher and higher. Arriving in the sky, the birds discovered a splendid feast laid out before them. Long tables were stacked with food beyond imagination, a feast truly fit for the gods. Tortoise, still masked by his charade, seized the opportunity to unveil yet another scheme. He declared that the feast was for all of you, cleverly exploiting his claim as an introduction. Tortoise had announced, quite self-importantly, that all of you was his own name. With his cunning words, Tortoise turned the event fully in his favor. Managing to taste the finest dishes first, while the birds, in their bewilderment, waited for their turn. His trick had worked flawlessly, and soon, it dawned upon the birds that Tortoise's plan had placed him handsomely ahead of them all. Frustrated and hurt by his deceit, the birds exchanged knowing looks, realizing they had once again fallen for Tortoise's crafty games. Their feathers could, after all, be reclaimed. One by one, the birds took back their gifts, undoing the wings Tortoise had put together. Stranded, high up in the skies with no means to descend, Tortoise was left to face the reality of his greed. Desperate, he called out to the birds to relay a message to his wife below. "Prepare something soft for my landing." He meant for her to lay out items that could cushion his fall. However, perhaps because of his many tricks, or a simple miscommunication, Tortoise's words reached his wife inaccurately. She prepared only some hard objects, misunderstanding his request entirely. And so, as Tortoise fell from the skies, he crash-landed into a collection of stones and hard objects. The impact was tremendously harsh, and Tortoise's shell, once smooth and pristine, now lay shattered and cracked. From that day forward, Tortoise's shell looked as it does today, fragmented and uneven, forever serving as a physical reminder of his overreaching greed and deceit. Through this story, we learn a vital lesson, that our actions have consequences. Tortoise's behavior reminds us that honesty and humility are virtues that offer much greater rewards than greed and cunning. His cracked shell remains a testament, a lesson for all who hear this story, about the importance of integrity and consideration for others. And there you have it, a timeless piece of wisdom from the heart of Nigerian folklore. Whether we're flying high or staying close to the ground, let's strive to remember the lessons from Tortoise's tale, as its wisdom echoes through generations. Until next time, keep reflecting, learning, and growing. The scene fades to black, leaving the audience with a sense of reflection and understanding.